Hey, good morning everybody. My name is Chrissy and today I'm going to be giving you a prediction reading for the 26th of April. Now, for anyone new to my channel, I just let my guides channel through to you and I just get you the messages. So stay watching because there might be a message in here today that you're meant to receive, and I'll close my eyes and we'll just get started. Ooh, I'm getting that the narrative is collapsing. Now, today, I did talk in April that there was going to be some truths coming out. And look, I'm going to take this as a positive and we're going to tick this one off the list. And I think everyone agrees with me here. The CNN failure of their streaming service is huge. Now, I'm sure you guys are all aware, especially in America and probably surrounding areas as well, but CNN released a streaming service and it was an epic fail. And that's what we want. We want these big corporate companies to be held accountable for the lies and deception that they've been implementing for the last couple of years. And I think we can pretty much say that that launching of that streaming service and the failing of it was a great sign, and take this on board, that people are waking up. That otherwise that would not have happened. If people weren't aware of CNN and how they've been lying and deceiving people over the last couple of years, people would have jumped on board because they would have wanted, not that I would want more news personally, but people obviously are realizing that something's amiss. So we've got to take that as positive today. So I want you to really hang on to that fail of the CNN streaming service is a huge deal, because that means people are seeing, people are waking, they're waking up from their slumber. So keep sitting back, keep watching the show, because I feel like we're still going to be getting a lot of things kind of rolling out around this kind of thing, that it's going to become really obvious. And I'll tell you what, the fact that that's happened just like that, it didn't even last a month, I don't think. That's a brilliant thing, because that would actually put the fear into a lot of the other media platforms as well, because they will start to realize that people aren't asleep anymore and people are waking up to the truth, and people don't want to be fed garbage on their news channels. And so look, we have to take that as a real tick today, and I'm really sort of excited that something big like that has happened, because it means that the people are waking up. Oh, it was great, wasn't it? I mean, we all know CNN's been an epic fail, but the fact that they went to this, they did this big launch for this new streaming service and it just went south is just brilliant, because that says to all of us that people are waking up. I'll see what else we get today. Now they're showing me frogs like in a beautiful pond. So I'm getting like water lilies, I'm getting frogs, and I'm getting that sound of frogs when you hear that beautiful like croaking sound around a really healthy environment. Now this is what I'm kind of getting. So if you're watching my videos, it feels to me like we're living in this very healthy, you could almost say like ecosystem. Because when you've got a good ecosystem, you kind of get the little tadpoles growing, and there's lots of bulrushes, and they're showing me like this really good life energy. So this is coming back to you. If you're watching my video, you're feeling quite sustained, like your environment's feeling at peace, but it's also got lots of life energy. And this to me is like you're getting your life energy back. And the fact that they're showing me this beautiful pond with the, there could be turtles, there's definitely the frog, we can hear the frog sounds, the water's fairly clear, but it's kind of like, it's a stillness, but it's not a stagnant energy in this little pond. It's a stillness and it's a calm energy. So there's kind of no ripples on the pond. There might be a little bit of a babbling little bit of water running down the rocks that's very soothing. So there is flow, but it's a calm flow. And like I said, it's this good ecosystem. And this could even be relating to our lives as well, that we've become more aware. We're much more environmentally friendly. We're putting our thoughts more on the things that we're using, such as plastics. We're using alternative bags. We're more aware of our environment. I feel like these things have kind of caused us to wake up a lot too, and we are really looking after our environment. And that's why they're showing me that small pond and that ecosystem of life where when everything's really healthy and nourished, and this is including our lives, everything feels calmer, it feels better, and there's this great life force of, if you think of even like a frog, they're showing me like the life cycle of a frog. I think it starts as a little what do you call it, a little egg and then it turns into the larva, and then it just becomes this beautiful little frog. So it's kind of this cycle of life. So I feel like we are having a much better awareness of the cycle of life, and that structure of life, and how moving forward we need to really nurture ourselves so that we can grow and expand. But the symbol of the cycle of the frog's life is that we're growing into who we really are, and that's that expansion process. But you also need that very healthy, serene, eco kind of structure to make that happen as well. So, this kind of relates to your awareness as well. And I talk about that a lot when you've gone through your waking up process, how you become more aware in all your senses of touch, taste, sight. We see things in from different perspectives, and that's why we have to also ensure that we have this nurturing, healthy environment, and that we do find ways to kind of switch off from all the stresses that can be kind of going on around you but not affecting you. And that's why I always talk a lot about just sitting back like you're at the movie theater and eating your popcorn, and not getting involved and dragged into those kind of narratives. Stay detached, and that's how you keep your environment very healthy and very strong and very nourished. And that's what I'm getting today, is that we're building that good ecosystem which allows our cycle to kind of, or allows us to expand like the little frog from the larva to the frog. That's what I'm definitely getting today, is that we're really, 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 if you're watching my video, you have expanded so much, and the way that you see, hear, and just react probably to your environment. I'll see what else we get today. I definitely get that things appear to be at a standstill, but we know things aren't at a standstill. Now, this is to do with what's out there. Now, it appears like everything has come to a standstill, and this is that false normal. I always talk about it. They're creating the illusion to the people who are still asleep that life is normal. There is nothing to see here. What are you worried about? And this is what I'm saying. We're not being fooled by the false normal. We know what's going on. We know this is that sort of calm before the storm. If you think about it, often like before a snowstorm or a really bad weather, like torrential rainstorm, even a firestorm, things go very calm because the animals pick up on that energy first, and they'll tend to either bolt or they'll lay low and they'll hibernate. So this is what I'm getting. There's this calm before the storm, and we're not going to be running into that storm. We're going to be sitting back and watching the storm around us, because I tell you what, it is coming, and it's something to be really aware of, just to keep that sort of guard and protection up, and not in a negative way. It's like, if you go out in a storm, you're going to put a raincoat on, or have umbrellas don't usually hold up very well in a storm, but you're going to protect yourself. And that's what they're kind of showing me. In a fire, you're going to move as far away from the fire as you can. You're going to go somewhere that you're going to feel safe. So this is the message that I'm getting today. This is the false illusion and the false normal that they're feeding people now, but we can see through it. It's almost like we can see, they talk about the holograms, that we can see what's actually going on and playing out there. We know a lot of this is like a set-up game, and but other people think it's their normal life coming back. But we all know, if you're watching my video, you know that it's not. It's just an illusion that they're putting up to trick the eye for people who are still asleep. Now, because you're awake and I'm awake and a lot of us are awake, we can see the whole picture. We can see what's going on beneath the surface. We can sense something's not right. We can feel that things are coming. And this is what I'm saying. It's that calm before the storm. So this is the time that you need to really protect yourself from getting sort of pulled back into that false illusion. So that's a warning sort of today, but I know you guys are very aware of it, is to just stay in your power, stay where you are, keep living in the now, keep staying in your little safe place. Might be your home. It doesn't matter where you are. Just enjoy every moment of where you are, because that's how you keep your vibration in this moment. And you're not drifting away worrying, and you're not drifting away feeling fear and those kind of negative emotions. You're here and you're experiencing joy in this moment. Like I'm here talking to you guys on this video, and I'm not thinking about where I'm about to head or where was I this morning or what's going on in my life. I'm just here, and I'm here and I'm talking to you. And I think sometimes maybe you guys feel that. Let me know down below. I hope that you do, because you guys are really important to me. And I just want to reiterate that too, that the fact that we all communicate and talk to each other, it really helps me a lot as well. And I'm hoping that I can help you too. But this is what it is. It's about sharing our experiences and the things that we're all going through, because that's how we help to kind of prop each other up and to make ourselves feel better and stronger. Rather than feeling isolated and lonely and scared, we can actually jump over here, see things differently, and make ourselves feel stronger. This is how we do it. And I talked about a video the other day about bringing color into your life, and I bought this blue jumper the other day because my phone just switched off. I bought this blue jumper the other day because I just needed to bring some color into my life, because sometimes we feel like we've been dulled down. And I said we've lived in like sepia and black and white for the last 2 years. And it's important that we also bring color to give ourselves some of that zest and that life energy. And I talk about that a lot too. I think that was in my video the other day. So think about these things too. Bring that color into your life. Plant some flowers. Bring flowers into your house. Burn a candle. This is life energy. We want that vibration up. And I'm definitely getting that today. I'll just see if there's also any last messages as well today. Yep, I'm still getting it. People are struggling with how they're going to move their life forward. Now, people are being given that false narrative, but remember, they're also still being fed the importance of getting the jab. So they're also being fed the flu is going to be most horrific. All the borders are open. Fear, fear, fear. Scared, scared, scared. They're still being fed that. So in their subliminal mind, for the ones that still are asleep, they're still getting fed that narrative. So you have to also respect and be aware that a lot of people are still going to be stuck in it. Particularly maybe the vulnerable and the elderly might be a bit cautious. So you also have to respect somebody else's experience. We can't squash people for their own beliefs. For example, I went into a shop the other day and the lady was having a heart attack because we didn't have masks on. And she said, would you mind wearing a mask? I'll give you one. And, my daughter and I just took it. It was a craft shop, so my daughter wasn't going to leave. And we put it on and I said, that's fine. And anyway, she ended up saying it wasn't really about the virus. She was just concerned because gastro had been going around their town, because it was a little town. And I sort of thought, oh, well, that's a fair enough reason, because can be pretty bad. So you also have to be aware that other people have their own reasons for doing these kind of things. So when that happens, I think just don't make a lot of judgment. Just kind of accept it. Because there are people who are still living in that reality where that is all very real to them. I mean, you see people walk around in masks still all the time. They've got their freedom back temporarily, but they're still wearing masks. So we have to also respect that. So that's another message today. Just respect other people's beliefs, because remember, they're in that different reality. They're not seeing what we're seeing. But as I said, a lot of waking up. Look at CNN. Now, I'm going to leave you with that today. Maybe go check out some of that about CNN. I thought it was brilliant that finally media is being held accountable. And I'm going to leave you with that today. I will say goodbye for now, and I will see you very soon. And take care. Goodbye from Australia. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like buttons and the bell notification if you haven't subscribed. And I also have tons of self-help videos as well if you want to go check any of those out. I've got tons that can help you about improving your life and how to feel better as well. And I've got tons on Canada, as we know. So take care, everybody, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.